Like a 5 flight of ice on demand at train price. What's good, y'all? Jude / eScope here. Well, you see the title. You already know what's going on. Game Freak decided to have this direct and have a lot of cool content in it. A lot of new Pokemon in it. It's called the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. There has been a lot of information going around, a lot of people mad, a lot of people happy, a lot of mixed feelings about the game, about the DLC that has come out, that have been announced by Game Freak. And I want to touch up on that real quick, and I want to discuss the pros and cons of it, and just my overall thoughts about it. So we're going to start off here with the pros. There's much more post-game to explore. Actually, we're not really sure if it's going to be post-game or you can go to these aisles before you beat the game. They're probably going to give more detail about that. So, there's that. You don't have to buy the DLC to get the Pokemon. So, I've been hearing a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of people say, you have to buy DLC to get the more Pokemon. They're reselling old things. No, that's not what's happening. If you listen to the direct correctly, they said there was going to be an update that includes these Pokemon in your game. And then, if you want, you can trade those Pokemon from a person who has a DLC to yourself who doesn't have DLC. Or you can just gen them on. So let's be honest, we're Pokemon people. We gen Pokemon. Some of us gen, some of us don't. It doesn't really matter. Or you can go to Pokemon Home and then import them from there. So, another pro is that there's no need to pay $60 for an additional game. And I've been seeing a lot of people online saying they rather pay $60 for a new game, which doesn't really make sense for me. I just don't understand why you would want to pay 2 times as much for a new game when they can just modify and fix the old one and add a lesser price tag to the fixed content or the additional content. I just don't get why you would want that. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me personally. But hey, whatever floats your boat, right? And new Pokemon. Well, new old Pokemon. Yeah, new old Pokemon. We're getting our boys Talonflame back. We're getting Garchomp. I'm really excited for Nidoking. We're getting Nidoking back, and I'm really excited for that. There's a lot of other Pokemon. We're getting Elekid back, and if we are getting Elekid, we're getting Magby, and we're getting Smoochum, like off rip. Maybe not Smoochum, but we're definitely getting Magby if we're getting Elekid, and I'm excited for my babies. I'm excited for those. Definitely excited for those ones, man. The cons are the game wasn't finished. Like the post game, like the story in general was just blah at best. There was barely any post game. Like for me, the post game was doing Dynamax raid dungeons. That was my post game. My post game was doing Dynamax raids. So like I didn't do the real post game to catch the box legendary till like 6 to 7 days after I beat the game because I genuinely forgot I had to do that. So another con is paying more for more. Like, why am I paying another 30 cash for a game that was already trash? And you're trying to make it better, yes, but I still have to pay more for still garbage. Like, so it's like a lot of people see it like that, and it's like, damn, that's kind of tough because the game it's subpar. To be really honest with you, the game is subpar, and people don't like to pay for people's mistakes. Like, you have made a mistake in the game. You have not made the game as good as it's supposed to be, and you still want me to pay money for trash. Like, why? And a lot of other people saying it should have already been in the game. And that's true. Well, honestly, there should have been more post-game content that people are actually excited for. There should have been more post-game content. Should the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor been in the game, they could have still made a DLC, but there should have been more game content. In my opinion, that's a con that I agree with. There should have been more post-game content for both competitive and casual players. There should have been more post-game content, to be really honest. And my thoughts. My thought is that a lot of people are gonna disagree about me on this, but let's just think about it real quick. Having all the Pokemon in game would bring less value to the DLC. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people say that all the Pokemon should have been back in the game. But let's say that like they're not in the game now, right? So having most of your Pokemon back into the game as in the DLC pack makes the DLC pack much more valuable. Knowing that you can get on a new adventure and get new Pokemon, because what's a new journey, or what's a continuing journey without new Pokemon? Like, you're just gonna go to the place and do whatever mission thing you have to do, and you're done. And that's probably gonna take, maybe, depending on how much game quality there is, and how much game and story there is gonna take at least 3 to 4 hours, maybe, or 5. A lot of people are saying they want 15 to 20 hours of story, and that's not bad, of course, but for DLC, it doesn't sound completely realistic, in my opinion, because it's $30 DLC. I'm pretty sure they're going to compact it with as much as things that they can compact, but I don't see it going past 15 hours. Honestly, I don't see it. I'm talking about each aisle. I don't see each aisle going past 15 hours. I probably see each aisle going for 10 hours, maybe, if they really are considerate about that. But I don't see each aisle going past 15 hours. With that, like, having 10 hours of story gameplay in one DLC, you can definitely just cut that up. And if you really blew past it, it would be really easy to do. So having more Pokemon would mean that you have to catch said Pokemon. To complete your deck, you want to catch all your Pokemon, which would take more time, which would fulfill the purpose of having more story. So, I mean, I feel like cutting out the Pokemon and adding them into the DLC package was a tactical choice for them, because they want for the DLC to be as compact and as fulfilling as possible. They want you to be able to catch more mons. They want you to be able to explore different places. They want you to have a fulfilling experience. And if that means, and to them, if that means taking out content from the main $60 game, they're obviously going to do that. If that means that there's added value to the DLC. Yeah, that's just a life that we live out here, man. There's also, a lot of people are also saying that we're gonna get like a part 3 and a part 4 DLC. And I have a really good, I'm really thinking about this correctly and trying to see how it lines up with the anime, because the anime right now for Pokemon is really good, and there's so much potential for the anime right now. There's crazy potential for the anime. So I'm honestly seeing I honestly see that there could be a part 3 or part 4, because I believe the anime has so much potential. Is going to go on for at least maybe 150 episodes, and that's like 150 episodes is give or take about 3 years. So with that, if you take that into consideration, they have time for part 1 and 2, part 3 and 4, and Gen 4 remakes, all within those 3 years. I'm making an estimation because, like I said, this anime is gonna be insane. There's so much potential for the anime. Like, they can bring back so many characters and so much stuff, man. Like, the anime is really gonna be good if they do what I'm thinking they're gonna do. So it's starting out slow now, but I feel like they're gonna bring a lot of stuff up, and it's gonna be really, really good. So yeah, that's why I feel like the post game. That's why I feel like the DLC is lined up like that. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching the video, and as always, down in the comment section, ask if you are excited for the DLC, or you want the DLC, if you're gonna buy the DLC, all that good stuff. So thank you all for watching, thank you all for listening, and as always, good gaming and God bless.